I'm just waiting for Dave Simpson to join me. Hopefully he's going to send me a message in a moment. I've just tried to go live with Hi Claire with Dave Simpson, yeah, third time lucky, on his channel, and no green button. So how do I do it? Let me see if I can do it, Dave. See, so on Dave's channel, Dave is trying to join me now. I had the green button, so I was requesting to go live because me and Dave was going to do a live for you and discuss a job application that Dave found. Now, Facebook was not letting me on his live, so we've decided to change it, and I've put the live on and see if Dave can join me, and now Dave has no green button at the bottom to join. I'm trying to think how else we can do it, Dave. Any suggestions? Let me have a look. Push the button. No green button, Carl. Obviously, Facebook don't want us to do this live tonight, me and Dave, because Dave is very knowledgeable on what he knows and a lot about the law. The real law, that is, yeah. Not the corporate rules, regulations and guidelines. And it was something really important to discuss tonight, which was to do, as I said, with a job application that Dave found that is on the government website. And we wanted to discuss it for you, the people in this country, so you knew where you stood and the games the government are playing right now. And of course, that's why they don't want me and Dave conversing. So basically, I will just tell you quickly, because Dave has tried, and I don't want to overshadow what he's trying to do. He is the one who found it on the website. But I will just quickly say, because otherwise I'm going to have to click the live off, because I can't get Dave on here, and I don't know how else to do it. I do have YouTube. Maybe I'll have to learn how to do on YouTube, because there is people on there, you know, that give great comments and do watch the videos, and I do upload these videos to YouTube after, even though I'm massively shadow banned on there, and I'm completely shadow banned on Twitter, that very rarely do I bother with it, other than posting my YouTube videos on there once they're uploaded. So I'll just quickly tell you this, that Dave found online. It's always in plain sight. It's never hidden. It's called hidden in plain sight, but it is never hidden. Everything is there for you to find. But you don't know it's there for you to find. But sometimes they put things in plain sight to also scare you, because everything's about fear. Because when people fear, they are easier to control, and that is what it's about. So in Wales, there is a job for someone in Wales, basically to narrow it down to become a project manager for the vaccination, and it states in this job description not just to vaccinate the whole this whole town in Wales, and I do apologise because I can't pronounce it, I'm very sorry. Dave would have done that pronunciation had he been able to get on. So in this job description, it is stating about vaccinating the whole of this town in Wales, but it also states in there that Dave spotted that it states the whole of the population. Now, you have to remember, this is all fear-based control. That's what they're doing here. That's what the media are doing, constantly pushing fear porn daily to the people of this country, and using trickery and deception to make you think that certain things are mandatory, that they are law. Now, a rule, a regulation, a legislation, an act, they are not law. They're corporate policies. Yeah, just like a company creating a policy and the employee having to follow it. Yeah. when I became aware, and there's loads of videos, yeah, that you can watch and become knowledgeable and become wise to what the government did to us. As many of you know, unfortunately, I had to find out in the worst possible way, and you don't want to find out like I had to. I wish I'd have known all this before, because had I known all this before, I would be doing exactly what I'm doing that goes along with it. I would be doing it because that's what we're made to do. Where there's a wrong, we will stand up. And that what was great many centuries ago about this country, when the good men would stand up when there is a wrongdoing. And that's what I'm doing. Not just me, many others do it, yeah. But as you know, the media hide us from you. So just so you know, and I'm going to try and sort out doing this with Dave. So I'll just finish it with this. Just so you know, yeah, that consent is law. And if you notice lately, for anyone using a PC, when you click on a website now, it will come up about the cookies, and it's asking you for your consent to allow them onto your PC. And always look at what the cookies are, because normally there's a long list that you can't see before you accept the cookies. It will say it needs your consent. Everything needs your consent, but they will lie. They will trick you to get it. And there's many forms of consent. And a lot of the people who work in the NHS and the care industry will know there's different forms of consent. Implied consent, visual consent, visual, verbal consent. There's many that they will take as consent. And I will tell you one thing they're doing, and you can look on the Parliament website for this yourself. So why they have everyone in fear and everyone distracted. They are doing other things. Now, one of the bills that they are trying to pass in Parliament at the moment, instead of them sending us a form every year where we put our name if we want to vote, yeah, if we want our right to vote, we have to fill in a form. But mind you, if you don't want to vote, they will then try and enforce you to fill in that form by saying that you will be charged £100 if you don't fill in this form to vote. Yeah, that's enforcement, and that's scaremongering. That's what that is. So what they're doing now, what bill they are trying to pass while we're looking this way and they're doing everything this way, is they are trying to pass in Parliament, I can't remember the woman's last name, she's a Labour MP, her first name is Judith, and she is trying to pass that they don't send you a form anymore to vote. Yeah, they would just automatically put your details on an electrical roll. Yeah, just like we've seen this year that if you don't want to donate your organs, then you have to opt out. But believe me, if they want your organs, they're going to take them anyway, whether you opt in, opt out or whatever. They will just hope you don't notice that. And that's why I have my son in 3 places in my home. Anyway, to the people of Wales, I'm going to try and get this live feed done with Dave. Dave Simpson, you know, who found the job, so we can read it to you and inform you that you can just say no. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them fool you, because that's what it's about. And no matter how sick these people are that run us and how sick the people are above them, all these people that mock us, no matter how sick they are, they want your consent, and without your consent, they won't do it. And the only time they do things without the person's consent is if you don't have capacity. Yeah. And then it will fall on the family member who has power of attorney, as long as they have health and well-being in that power of attorney. So just remember that. I'm sorry this is quick and short. I was hoping Dave Simpson could join me. I tried to join him. Facebook wouldn't allow it. Dave has tried to join me and he has no button at the bottom. Of course not. So we will try and do it another way for you, because Dave lives in Wales. And like I said, he is also very knowledgeable, because believe me, people, out here on the street and on Facebook and on YouTube, there are many people trying to misinform you and put out a lot of things are in words, and you have to use the correct words, the correct terminology. And there's so much misinformation and disinformation intentionally so that you don't find out what the truth really is. So I'm going to try and again, maybe tomorrow with Dave, we'll have to have a practice of whatever and jump on because I wasn't going to be doing it this way. So I hope that held a bit. Please don't fear, because that is what they want. And believe me, there is nothing to fear. There is nothing to fear. Always do what is right for you and yours, and always research, because that is what they don't want you to do. And that is what they bank on. They bank on you not researching. And that's what you have to do. Your own due diligence, even with what I say, learn. Hi Drea, hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Normally I don't do it on my channel, I normally do it on Fighting for Justice and share it to here. I appreciate that. Dave, we'll have to sort it out. I can see you're in the chat. We'll sort it out tomorrow. Somehow maybe I'll try and do it on YouTube so you can join me on there. I've never done that on there before, but we'll have a go at that. I'll work out how to do it tomorrow. So thank you for making me aware, Dave, that is on the government website. And hopefully we can speak to the people of Wales tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Never fear and never surrender. And certainly don't fear those Muppets in Parliament. Thank you.